Within the depth of the Grand Canyon lives a huge mystery. According to recent reports, rocks dating back to 1 billion years have suddenly vanished. Sounds unbelievable, right? But it has happened. The Great Unconformity was first discovered many years ago, and the news was so big that it completely shook the scientific community. None of them had ever seen anything like it before. The natural question here arises: where did the rocks go if they disappeared? Scientists and archaeologists kept thinking about the answer, but no one found any. However, a recent discovery has unveiled a giant city located underground, right beneath the Grand Canyon. So, is it related to the mystery? And if yes, then how? Hello and welcome back to the Abandoned Archaeologist, the channel to learn all about ancient archaeological findings. Today we will discuss the mysterious underground city discovered under the Grand Canyon. But before we begin, to get your attention, we have a question you can answer at the end of the video. When was the Grand Canyon recognized as a national park? Write down your answer in the comment section and see if you got it right. Here we begin. The discovery spawned a conspiracy theory. The Arizona Gazette published a story about several explorers in 1909. The Smithsonian explorers are said to have discovered a mysterious network of vast caverns. They claimed that 50,000 people could live comfortably inside the caverns. The caverns were also brimming with statues, weapons, seeds, and other treasures. The artifacts were also nothing like what the Native Americans had. Instead, the artifacts appeared to be Tibetan or Egyptian. Everyone was understandably enthralled by the story. There was a rumor that there is an underground Egyptian city in the Grand Canyon. On the other hand, the Smithsonian Institute has no records of any of the explorers mentioned in the article, and no artifacts from the expedition. Some believe it was a ruse to sell papers by the Gazette. Other conspiracy theorists believe the Smithsonian is simply covering up the story to fit the standard narrative. Others believe the caverns are a portal to the fourth dimension, and that it is a heavily guarded area that no one can access right now. There are also rumors of Egyptian pyramids and relics in a forbidden area of the Grand Canyon. Maybe the cave story inspired these rumors. What is the entire story? The Smithsonian Institute, under the direction of Professor S.A. Jordan, conducted extensive explorations of an underground citadel found in the Grand Canyon, and during that, the discovery of an ancient Egyptian city came. It is the story of Mr. Kinkaid, who was alone on the Colorado River in a boat looking for minerals. He noticed stains in the sedimentary formation about 2,000 feet above the riverbed, 42 miles up from the El Tovar Crystal Canyon. There was no trail until this point, but he made it with great difficulty. The cave's mouth was above a shelf that obscured it from view from the river. There are steps leading from the entrance about 30 yards to what was the river level when the cavern was inhabited. He saw the chisel marks on the wall inside the entrance, secured his gun, and entered. During that journey, he returned several hundred feet along the main passage until he reached the crypt, where he discovered the mummies. The passages. The main passageway is approximately 12 feet wide, narrowing to 9 feet at the far end. The first side passages branch off to the right and left about 57 feet from the entrance, with several rooms roughly the size of modern living rooms, though some are 30 by 40 square feet. These are entered through oval-shaped doors and ventilated into the passages through the walls via round air spaces. The walls are about 3 feet and 6 inches thick. The passages are as straight as an engineer would design them. The ceilings of many of the rooms meet in the center. The side passages near the entrance run at a sharp angle from the main hall, but they gradually turn right toward the back. The shrine. Deep within the cave, 100 feet from the entrance, lies the cross hall, a long chamber that houses the idol of a god. The statue is of an oriental figure sitting cross-legged, holding a lotus flower or lily in each hand. The features resemble those of Buddha, but it is unclear which religion it represents. Surrounding the main idol are smaller statues, some with intricate designs and others with twisted and distorted forms. Two large cactus statues stand on either side of the god's platform, all carved from hand, marble-like rock. In the opposite corner of the cross hall, copper tools were found, indicating that the ancient people had mastered the lost art of hardening the metal. Charcoal and other materials were also discovered, suggesting they had knowledge of metal working techniques. Among the other artifacts found in the cave are vases, urns, and cups made of copper and gold, with intricate designs. There are also pieces of enameled ware and glazed pottery. Another path leads to granaries similar to those found in Oriental temples, containing various seeds. The hieroglyphics. On all the urns or walls over doorways and tablets of stone found by the image are the mysterious hieroglyphics, the key to which the Smithsonian Institute hopes yet to discover. The engraving on the tablets is most likely related to the people's religion. The crypt. The tomb or crypt where the mummies were discovered is one of the largest chambers, with walls slanting back at an angle of about 35 degrees. There are tiers of mummies on these, each with its own hewn shelf. A small bench and copper cups and broken sword fragments is at the center of each. Some mummies are covered in clay, while the rest are wrapped in a bark fabric. Among the discoveries were no animal bones, skins, clothing, or bedding. Many of the rooms are devoid of everything except water vessels. One room, approximately 40 by 700 feet, was most likely the main dining hall, as cooking utensils were discovered there. The caverns could have comfortably housed up to 50,000 people. According to one theory, the current Indian tribes in Arizona are descended from the cave's serfs or slaves. Undoubtedly, people who reached a high level of civilization lived here thousands of years before the Christian era. An Indian legend. About this story, it is worth noting that the Hopi Indians have a tradition that their ancestors once lived in an underworld in the Grand Canyon until a schism developed between the good and the bad. The people of one heart and the people of two hearts. Their chief, Macheto, advised them to leave the underworld, but there was no way out. The chief then caused a tree to grow and pierce the underworld's roof, and the people of one heart climbed out. They grew grain and corn along the Pesicsifsi Red River, Colorado. They sent a message to the Temple of the Sun, requesting peace, goodwill, and rain for people of one heart. That messenger never returned, but today at sundown in Hopi villages, old men of the tribe can be seen out on the housetops gazing toward the sun, looking for the messenger. When he returns, their lands and ancestral homes will be returned to them. This is the custom. Maybe nobody knows. Regardless of the veracity of the stories and rumors, they make for some intriguing theories to discuss while exploring. The Grand Canyon will undoubtedly continue to elude explorers and scientists for many years to come. Does this discovery write a new history? Comment your views, and the answer to our question is in 1919. Subscribe for more.